Oh shit, we're live. Hey folks, thanks for tuning into the
Hello.
BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty. This is frequent commentator and co-host Jacob Blackmon, and here is our intro music. That assures you, gentle listener, that you're listening to a hand-tossed, lovingly crafted, high-quality podcast. So let's get started. Jacob, you wanted to talk about...
Miss Marvel.
All right.
There is the Miss Marvel is, of course, the new Marvel MCU related series that is currently playing on Disney Plus, and some people may not be aware of this character, what she represents, and more importantly, kind of what the differences are between the character as she appears in the comic and as she appears in the show. To a large degree, I'm gonna start a bit here with the comic, and I want to preface this by saying I have never read a single comic that Kamala Khan has ever appeared in. This is knowledge just I have gained from my osmosis of reading comic books over decades and trying to stay in touch with comic book lore. So, in the Marvel comic series, Kamala Khan is a Muslim Pakistani American teenager from New Jersey. Her family, her mother, father, and older brother came to the United States from Pakistan, and she, of course, was born and raised here in the United States. Otherwise lived the life of an average American teenager with her sort of background, and that all changed when she was around 16, when she got hit by a cascading cloud of Terrigen mist set off from a particular Inhuman-related story that was happening at the time. So she is an Inhuman in the comics. She got the powers to have metamorphic control over her body. So she is very much like the character from DC, whose name is she's from that popular DC show with all the weird superpower people.
Legion.
Yeah, the lead. Doom Patrol, sorry, that's it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh well, I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, she has powers similar to one of the characters there, where she can stretch her body, she can grow, she can shrink and compact her body. She can do some minor shape shifting abilities, but she generally keeps her same complexion, hair color, all that sort of thing. But the thing is, she's being a teenager in the Marvel Universe. She is a huge superhero nerd. And she especially is a fan of Captain Marvel. That is specifically Carol Danvers' version of Captain Marvel. So since Carol Danvers is now going by Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan decided to assume her old mantle of Miss Marvel. When she discovered she had powers and decided to use them to become a superhero. Since then, many adventures. She's actually one of the more popular of the new characters of the new generation of Marvel heroes and all that. Yay! So yeah, that's pretty much what I've learned by osmosis. In the MCU show, her powers are not generated from being an Inhuman, since they have not officially brought Inhumans into the MCU, despite the fact that Inhumans showed up in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and there was an Inhumans series, neither of which are officially part of the MCU. So, which is too bad because Anson Mount played a great Black Bolt. And you can see Anson Mount as Black Bolt in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Coming to streaming in the very near future.
So in the MCU, she is not an Inhuman. She instead gets her powers from a cosmic energy source. She doesn't have stretchy powers or metamorphic ability. These are more like energy constructs that sort of resemble those abilities, kind of like what a Green Lantern can do. So you have an idea of how they might look or operate. There is an artifact that gives her these powers, based on hints that they have laid from other series and movies. I am guessing that this is an Eternals artifact, in the same way that the rings of the Mandarin were supposed to be Eternals artifacts. So that is a link I've made. They haven't stated specifically, but based on things that have been said and pieces that have been shown in the MCU, that is what I believe her powers stem from.
Okay.
But otherwise, so far I've seen the one episode of the new TV series, and her character seems to be very much along the lines of how she appears in the comics, how she interacts with her parents and family, her clique of friends. They all seem to be there, and it seems to be fine. And we will see how the new show progresses.
So we're cautiously optimistic. It's kind of weird they're changing the powers, but that happens in TV sometimes. So, All right, cool. Well, I haven't had a chance to see it yet, though I know she is a character in the Marvel Avengers video game. But yeah, I don't have much to say about it because I haven't seen it. So, how would you set her up for Mutants and Masterminds?
For Mutants and Masterminds,
Yeah.
She would easily be a character who you could build along with having. If I would probably go for the comic book version, because we haven't seen all of what her powers can do in the MCU so far. So I'd give her pretty much a good stretchy character build. Considering she's relatively new to her powers, being as young as she is, I would probably aim for the PL8 area, because that's where I put a lot of newer heroes. Give her some decent stretching, some physical based invulnerability, so that she has that kind of rubber skin thing to handle physical attacks. I know she has her embiggen ability where she grows, so give her some ranks of growth there. And she's also supposed to have some, of course, like the morphic ability. So she would have some ranks of morph that have a slight flaw in that she has to maintain the same color of skin and clothing and hair that she currently has, because she can't change her colors. But otherwise, she can adopt different shapes. So it's kind of like in the way like Plastic Man does.
Yeah, I would. That's consistent with what I see in the comics. So, all right, cool. If I was going to make one recommendation for checking out the character in comics, I believe she was in Mark Waid's run on Champions.
Yes,
I thought was very good, but it's Mark Waid. You can't really go wrong. Um, but yeah, I haven't read that book in a while. But they did some cool stuff where Cyclops, young Cyclops came forward in time, and he was on this team with the Hulk, Amadeus, the smart kid, and
Amadeus Cho, yeah.
Amadeus Cho, and Vision's daughter, and the young Nova. It was fun. It's Mark Waid, so it's going to be a good time. So,
Excellent.
all right. Well, I will be looking out for the show. Looks like it's going to be a good time. And any closing thoughts?
Nope. Just check out the show. So far it's only been one episode, so if you hop on now, it'll be pretty easy to catch. Of course, if you like binge, I know some people who like binging, so if you wanted to wait till the show's over and watch it all at once, you're free and clear to do that too.
We won't tell you how to watch your media here at the BAM Podcast.
Exactly.
All right, sounds good, and we will catch you next time.
Have a good night.